Hey everybody, welcome back to the You Should Know Podcast, Season 2, Episode 13. Welcome back. It's another Monday, 13 episodes in a row. I'm so happy to be back here. And guys, I've been reading a lot of your comments, and I love that y'all are so supportive. Y'all saying, congratulations, 12 weeks in a row, 13 weeks in a row. I'm proud of you. Thank you. It means the world to me. This is going to be a great episode. I have a lot written down. This is going to be really like a story time episode. I have a lot of stories to tell you. Also, we do a Q&A at the end of the episode. I asked y'all to send me questions on my Instagram, and that's why it's important to not only subscribe to this channel, but go follow me on social media platforms. I know a lot of y'all follow me on TikTok and y'all are subscribed here, but make sure to go follow me on Instagram at PSH8 on Instagram so you can be a part of the podcast. So I love to be interactive with you guys. Go ahead. You know the deal. It's the beginning of the podcast. If you're new here or if you haven't already, I looked at the demographics over on the YouTube Studio app, and I saw like a good portion of people that come back to this channel every Monday are not subscribed to the channel. If you're going to come here every week and watch what I have to say and what my friends have to say, you might as well go ahead and smack that subscribe button. It helps me and it helps the show and it elevates it to new heights, gets us to do great things. And I want to do great things for y'all. I want to put on a show. I want to entertain y'all every single week. And if you hit that subscribe button, we can do that together as a collective unit. So go ahead, get that good karma, hit that subscribe button. Also, it's the beginning of the episode. If you look below the subscribe button and you see that comment section isn't filled with your name, you need to do that. It's not going to hurt anything. I promise you, I read every single comment and I try to reply to every single comment. So go ahead and just say something random. I don't even care what you say. Talk about green beans inside of a casserole on a Tuesday afternoon. Go ahead and do that. Anything. Just comment something and I'll respond to it. But speaking of doing great things on this channel, I like to branch out. I like to always do something new. Keep everything fresh. I want this channel to be more than just a podcast. Obviously, the backbone of this channel is always going to be podcasting. I love sitting right here talking to you guys. I love bringing on my friends, bringing on different celebrities, athletes, which is going to come up very soon, and talking to them. But I like to branch out outside of that. So you know what? Coming up next month, I'm going to DreamCon. If you don't know what DreamCon is, it's a convention put on by RDC World. And obviously, me and RDC World, family, good friends. There's going to be a lot of other content creators. Last year, AMP was there. If you know who they are, they're at the top of YouTube right now. They're going crazy. So I'm going to be doing a vlog at DreamCon, and I hope to meet a lot of you there. So if you're going to be at DreamCon, go ahead and let me know, and you could be a part of the vlog. I want a bunch of fans to be in the vlog, and I want to talk to y'all, and I want to, have y'all on the show. That'd be fun. So yeah, we're going to be doing a vlog at DreamCon. We're going to be doing a bunch of different vlogs, branching out, expanding the channel, which is really fun. And speaking of fans, I want to say something before we get into the rest of the podcast. I've met a lot of fans this past week, and which is amazing. And I love talking to you guys. But the number one thing that majority of people said when they came up to me to take pictures or say hi or whatever is, hey, I'm sorry for bothering you. Please, never, ever, 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 ever in your life apologize for coming up to me and talking to me. I don't think y'all understand how much I genuinely, did I say that right the first time? Genuinely? You know what I meant. If you're here by now 13 weeks and you know I don't really know how to talk. How do I have a podcast? I don't know how to form a correct sentence at this point. But a lot of you guys say, hey, sorry to bother you, which is you're being nice and, you're trying to, be courteous of me or anything, which I respect and I appreciate. But guys, never apologize for coming up to me. I want to talk to you guys. I want to hear your stories. I want to talk about what your favorite episode is or how you want me to help you in your business or whatever. Just talk. Yeah, I love y'all to death. Never be afraid to come up to me and say hi. It makes my day. I tell my friends about it. I tell my family, like, hey, I met this fan and this is what they talked about. Like, I genuinely love you guys, and your reaction whenever we talk and the connection we have, it's like we're already friends because y'all know so much about me and because I'm very vulnerable on this podcast. So I love y'all, and please never, ever apologize for coming up to me ever. I just wanted to put that out. So we're going to talk about this crazy week I had. We have another college story, which I know you guys love, which is very embarrassing. And I've held this deep inside. I've had this since I've started this podcast, and I've just never told it because it's one of those embarrassing things. You know, whenever you have that like recollection of embarrassing moments and it's just like random, like you'll be eating spaghetti noodles, you know what I'm saying? It's like on a random Thursday watching a cartoon and then bam, a memory hits you that's embarrassing and then you cringe by yourself. That happens to me when I think about this, and I'm going to share it with you later in the podcast. So let's do a little sponsored by Manscaped real quick, and then we're going to get into the rest of the episode. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a comment right now, and I'll see you after this ad.
The You Should Know Podcast.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. What am I reading, you ask? Oh, I'm just reading a little thing called Manscaped. Oh, you want to know about Manscaped? Let me tell you. There's a certain confidence that comes with being properly groomed. There's an aura, a vibe. You can just tell by the way they carry themselves. We call that BGE, that big groomed energy. And there's only one way to obtain that BGE, and that's through Manscaped. We'd like to introduce you to their best and biggest ultimate hygiene bundle yet, the Platinum Package 4.0. Manscaped is the leader in below-the-waist grooming. Now trust them with the rest. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free worldwide shipping with code PSH at checkout. Inside this platinum package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Ultra Platinum body wash, Ultra Premium 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, Ultra Premium Deodorant, Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant, Crop Reviver Ball Spray Toner, Anti-Chafing Boxers, and the Shed Travel Bag to hold all your goods while traveling. You tell me anywhere else you can get such a premium performance package. Manscaped has everything. I use Manscaped. I would never tell y'all about something if I don't use it. I genuinely do use Manscaped. I know I've been like talking in a certain kind. I genuinely do use this stuff, and it's amazing. Like without Manscaped, I'd be lost. I'd have some embarrassing moments. I know a lot of you out there have had some embarrassing moments, and that's okay. I'm here to end that. Go to manscaped.com. Use promo code PSH at checkout for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Let's take care of ourselves, fellas. Ladies, if you're watching this, take care of a guy you know. Oh, he'll appreciate, and I'm sure you will too. Go to manscaped.com, promo code PSH at checkout, 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Now back to the podcast.
The You Should Know Podcast.
This past week has been absolutely crazy. I genuinely think I had one of the craziest weeks known to mankind. First of all, I don't know why I tried to go through this thing where I was watching a bunch of inspirational videos on TikTok and I was like, oh, everybody's waking up early. They say that's the key to success. So I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. I need to start my day, be better than the competition, and wake up at 5 a.m. I genuinely do not understand how people do that because the next 9 days of my life were ruined. I could not get my life on track for the next week and a half. I have never taken more naps in my life than after I woke up at 5 a.m. I was sleeping about 6 times a day. My food wasn't tasting right. How do y'all do that? And I had so much unnecessary time on my hands, I didn't know what to do with the rest of my day, so I decided, hey, let me go to this thrift store. I drove to this thrift store, siphoning through the clothes as one does, and as I put my hand on the back of one t-shirt, soaking wet. How does that happen? Who put that there? I know thrift stores are hand-me-down clothes, but can we at least wash them or dry them? I don't know if that was sweat or detergent that I was feeling. I didn't like that. After spending about an hour in that thrift store, it was only noon. I didn't know what to do with the rest of my day. Too much time on my hands. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get myself a little treat for waking up so early. So I decided to go to an ice cream shop. The only thing that they sell in this establishment is ice cream. That's it. So as I'm going through the drive-thru of this establishment, I say, hey, can I have a root beer float, please? The lady at the drive-thru had the nerve to say, hey, sorry, we're out of ice cream. What is the purpose of this establishment then? Why are the lights still on in here? If y'all are out of ice cream, then what are we doing open? You know what I mean? What are we doing? What are you going to sell me? Bananas, a couple of cherries, and some almonds? What are we doing? What am I supposed to order? Why is there still an open sign at the front of your door? What are you going to serve to the people? That's like going to a Subway trying to order and they're like, hey, no sandwiches today. Close down the store. How about that? What are we doing? What are you saying to me right now? You're not serving the only thing that you serve. Why are the lights still on in this establishment? What is the purpose of this building if you're not going to sell the only thing that you sell? What am I supposed to get here? Well, you know what I mean? What am I supposed to order? Then I was like, okay, I might as well just go get some food. The closest thing to this ice cream store was an In-N-Out burger. Not my first choice whenever I want to eat a burger, but it was the closest place. So I decided to go inside the In-N-Out. I order my food. They give me a cup for the drink. What else am I supposed to drink it in? As I grab the cup, go to the fountain, I try to put liquid into my cup. I do not understand how to get liquid out of their soda dispenser. Why the hell does In-N-Out have that little sensor button to get liquid out of the fountain? Do you know how hard it is to try to wiggle my finger around the little sensor to where I get a consistent stream of liquid into my cup? If you work at In-N-Out, or if you're a higher up at In-N-Out, what are we doing? Why is that even an option? Can we not just go back to the regular buttons? I understand that we're trying to save electricity or germs or whatever the hell we're trying to do with the little sensor, but hey, it's not a functional option. I don't want to do that. Give me a button. You know what I mean? After spending about 13 minutes fumbling with this little sensor contraption that they got going on at In-N-Out, I eat, then I get back in my car. When I'm in my car, I see gas lights on empty. I'm like, oh, gotta go get gas. I don't know if you've been living under a rock, but gas costs about $97 per gallon. I don't have many other options. I have to get gas or I have to walk for the rest of my voyage. I park at the gas pump, walk inside to order my gas. As I'm waiting in the middle of the line like a good Samaritan, there's only one person behind me. It's finally my turn to order my gas. I'm broke. Gas is expensive. I just need enough gas to make it home. So whenever I order my gas, I say, hey, can I have $15 on pump 13, please? The person behind me had the nerve to say, $15? What are you trying to do? Just make it to the next gas station? Who are you? What are you saying to me right now? Do you want to make it to your car alive? Why are you saying things to me? You don't need to watch my pockets or how much income I'm making or how much I want to divide my small income into my gas tank. What are you doing? Commenting on my expenses. I didn't know what to say to him, so I just giggled, but this man grabbed me by my shoulder and said, I'm just kidding with you, man. Don't touch me. What are we doing? Why are you doing things to me in this gas station? Order your drinks and don't mind me putting $15 worth of gas in my truck. Stop touching me. That was one of the most hectic days of my life, and it all happened because I decided to be a Marine that day and wake up at 5 a.m. Never happening again. I genuinely do not understand how people wake up at like 5 a.m. every day. I get it. Like, you have more time to do things and you can get more done, but I genuinely was like sleeping 9 times a day, like taking so many naps. And I don't nap because whenever I nap and I wake up in the middle of the day, I start to panic. I start just grabbing for random things. I panic. I don't like taking naps. So that 5 a.m. thing for me is dead. If you wake up at 5 a.m. every day, leave a comment right now and tell me if you do it and how it's benefited your life, because it's just not for me. All right, before you say anything, everybody's probably watching this and be like, what's going on? Why is it so dark in there? Why are these weird lights going on? Why is there a shadow? Why are you in the dark? Why are you in different clothes? I know a lot of you are probably having a lot of questions right now. And I know I just outed myself to the audio listeners because they can't see what's going on. They would have thought this was like a normal continuous episode. But I have to explain to the YouTube viewers why things are different right now. So, I filmed this episode that you're watching right now the day after we filmed last week's episode. So it was a stacked recording. That's the word. Thank you for that. A stacked recording. And I did that because I needed a little mental health break, which I think is fine. I think that's required for everybody. I think everybody should take some time for themselves. But I was going out of town. I'm back from out of town now. I literally just drove back. And I haven't even gone home yet. I went straight to the studio. And all my friends are out of town. I was like, don't even worry about it. I'll take care of it. So after this little segment right now, you're going to get the rest of the episode with the funny college basketball or college party story. It's a great rest of the episode. I want to let you know there was a lot of problems with this episode, like technical stuff, which doesn't matter to y'all because y'all just want the product. I'm going to give you the product, and I love doing this. I just want to make sure y'all are happy. And I could have just left the episode how it was, but I'm adding this part in to bring a little more something into it. And a lot's happened since last last week that I will address. But I just want to give you a little clarification of why I'm doing this is because I want to add another element to the episode. I want to explain why the party story at the end is going to look a little different. It's still going to be perfect. It's still going to be funny. You're going to enjoy it and love it. So please don't click out of this episode. I'm not mentally all the way there right now, and it would hurt my feelings if you clicked off right now. So if you haven't left a comment already, just go ahead and leave a comment right now saying, hey, Peyton, we love you. We don't hate you, just because this episode's a little different, and that would mean the world to me. So just bear with me for a second. The rest of the episode is going to be very normal. I just had to insert this part in here. I wanted to talk about this before it got too late, because if I waited till next Monday to talk about this, it would have kind of been old news. You know how things move a million miles an hour, kind of like how I talk, just very fast, and people forget about things. And I probably already forgot about what the last thing I said when I just sat down. So this weekend, Drake dropped an album, and I need to talk about this, all right? There's a lot of discussion right now about this album. A lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people are confused why he did that. I'm here to give my point of view. Does it matter that much about my point of view? No, but y'all like to listen to me talk for some reason, so I'm going to give you my point of view, and let's see if we agree. If you disagree, put it in the comment section. So Drake is traditionally a hip-hop artist, a rap artist. You know what I'm saying? He always puts out rap music. Sometimes he hits us with the R&B hits, which is amazing. I love that Drake too. This album was a surprise album. He dropped it on his Instagram and said, hey, album tonight, have fun. Everybody's excited. The timeline is in a frenzy. Oh my God, Drake's dropping an album. He just dropped an album 9 months ago. This is so fast. I can't wait. This is going to be great. 11 p.m. hits. We open our Apple Musics, our Spotify's, whatever DSP we listen to music on. The album is called Honestly, Nevermind. Great cover art on it too. We're like, ooh, this is real spooky vibes. I can't wait. It's kind of spooky vibes like how the studio looks right now. And you go to the album and you see that the genre of the album is dance. Wait a minute. Curveball. There's a little twist at the end of that. You know what I mean? No one was expecting that. It's fine. You get into the album, there's not one rap song on it until the very end. It's the very last song in the album. You go through the whole album and it's dance. It's like house music. Now, a lot of people, when they initially listen to the album, straight to Twitter, worst thing ever. Why would Drake do this? He missed. This is Drake's first miss. It's the worst thing ever. Can I remind you that whenever Certified Lover Boy dropped 9 months ago, majority of the people on Twitter were saying, Drake's been making the same album for 9 years. He's been saying the same thing, making the same format of an album for 9 years. He's washed. He can't do anything different. Now he does something different. Let me tell you about something. Drake traditionally, and I have my Drake cape on right now. I'm a Drake Avenger right now. Drake has not only been at the top of music for a long time. I would say, like, this is guessing 15 years, maybe a little less, like 12, 10, around there. A long time. He's been at the top of music. Not only has he been at the top of music, but he has been a cultural leader. If you remember, if you're reading this, It's Too Late came out, he was doing, that was like a trap beats, like, different sound for Drake. And a lot of people didn't like it. They're like, oh, why is he rapping like this? Like, why is he rapping like that? Now that's a lot of people's favorite album of Drake's. Say what you want about the ghostwriting or whatever. It's a lame excuse if you use that. To each your own. We can have different opinions. It's fine. I think that this album is very important, not only to Drake's career, but to music in general. Music has been very much the same, especially in like the hip hop pop, because like hip hop is pop now. It's not just like, you're listening to pop music. Hip hop is like the most popular genre in music right now. So you're listening to pop music. This is going to force, when the biggest artist in the world does something this drastically different, it's going to force a large majority of music listeners to open their ears to a different kind of music. This is going to, if you're not a hip hop artist, if you're like a dance artist or like a house music artist, this is great. This is great because people are going to sit with this album. Drake has the luxury a couple of chances. People are not just gonna write Drake off after the first listen. No matter what people said on Twitter, people can be like, I'm never going back to this. That's not true. Drake is pop culture, right? This is crazy that I'm caping for this man so hard, but it's true. People are going to listen to this album. They're going to go back to it. I listened to this album 2 times on the way back home today. I like this album a lot. But excuse me. I am a very weird music person. Like I have literally every genre of music in my phone. One day I'll listen to strictly country music. One day I'll listen to strictly hip hop, pop, soul music. I have a whole playlist called Toes in the Grass, and it's music like this album, like Drake's new album, which is like, I just want to go barefoot into a grass plain and walk around and have a shirt unbuttoned, just one button right there, all the chest is exposed. You know what I mean? I want to put oil and lavender on my chest. You look real moisturized and just have my toes in the grass, maybe a picnic, a little sangria. Is that a kind of drink? It sounds tropical, and that's why I said it. But I hope this makes sense to you guys. If you don't like this album, just because you don't like house music, that's 100% fine. But I feel like a lot of people didn't like this album because they didn't expect it. A lot of people had this conception of I was gonna say preconception, but then I lost confidence in what I was about to say because I don't know if that's a word. I have a bad problem with making up words, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. So I had this thought of this album whenever he announced it, like most people did. It's like, oh, this is gonna be a hip hop album. This is gonna be hard, and then it completely changed on me. Luckily for me, I'm open to every kind of music, and I love every type of music. So I enjoy this album a lot, and I feel like once people sit with it, they're gonna enjoy it a lot too. I just had to add that in real quick. I hope you put your opinions in the comments. And sorry, guys, that this episode is a little weird. I know. Please just be gracious with me or patient with me. And I promise you, I don't know. It's not a bad episode. I'm saying this like it's a bad episode. It's a great episode. I really like this episode, but I know it's different. Like, it's weird. The lights are off. There's weird LEDs back here. You can barely see me. It's because I'm breaking out because of stress, and it looks like I got attacked by a bee colony, so that's why I kind of wanted to keep the lights low. And it's nighttime on a Sunday night. Like, this episode comes out tomorrow. So, yeah, there's going to be a cool college party story at the end. It's going to be looking a little different for the YouTube viewers. It's just going to look a little different. For the audio listeners, you won't be able to tell. I love you guys. I don't know what part of the episode I'm putting this in, so enjoy this next segment. Please leave a comment and just tell me you love me, because I'm very anxious about this episode because I'm doing something different. And if you didn't like it, I promise you, just stick with me. Don't leave me. I love you so much. All right. I'll be replying to your comments. Go ahead, leave a comment. I'll be replying right now. Love you.
The You Should Know podcast.
I'm going to go through some Q&A questions that I asked y'all to give me on Instagram at PSH8. So be sure to go over there and follow me on Instagram at PSH8 so y'all can be a part of the podcast. But I'm going to go off a couple here, and I'm going to give y'all a shout out and your at name. I don't know if y'all wanted this shout out. They didn't tell me. Should I say their at name? Because they would have said not to, right? If they didn't want it. I'm going to give a shout out. Hold on. So, let's read some of these. The first one is from, let me see, Izzy El Ubaidi. Oh, shit, that's dope. If y'all don't know, Izzy El Ubaidi was the second guest ever that I've had on the You Should Know podcast. Shout out to Izzy, man. Great dude. I hope he's doing well. But his question is, if money wasn't a thing, you just won the lottery, what are the top 5 things you do and why? That's a great question. I don't know if I can give you 5, but the main things that I would do if I won the lottery is pay off anything I need to pay off anything for my family, buy real estate, and then live in luxury. That's what I would do. And I would keep doing this, but I wouldn't be so stressed out about it. That would be the main things I would do is just pay everything off for me and my family, and buy real estate, and then chill. Live in luxury. Is that a boring answer? It's factual. It's not really anything funny. But Alexis Brooke asked, what is one of your guilty pleasures? Should I say this? Because y'all know it. Y'all know what my guilty pleasures are. My main guilty pleasure in the world is High School Musical. I don't know what it is about that. I fucking love High School Musical. It's one of the best pieces of cinema I have ever witnessed in my life. Even as a 23-year-old man, I enjoy on a Friday night to go over to a good old grocery store, buy a frozen pizza, put it in the oven, turn on Disney Plus, play High School Musical, eat my frozen pizza. It's the best thing in the world. And I actually have a story that I wasn't even planning on telling. It just kind of came up to me right now whenever I read that. Is should I say it? I don't know how much I can say. But so I've been in talks with this reality show, right? They reached out to me. I guess they've watched the podcast, watched the TikToks, and I skipped a bunch of steps in the like auditioning process because I didn't ever think of being on a reality show. Like, it was never in my plans, but I'll do it. But I kind of rejected them. I don't know. So I probably won't be on it because it could have really happened, but I kind of backed away from it. But in the auditioning process, whenever I was meeting with the top executives at said network, we were talking, and it was supposed to be like a 45-minute interview, and they're just, really trying to see who I was or if I would fit into the scheme of the show. And they asked me, they're like, what movies do you like? And for some reason, I told them about High School Musical. And the lady was like, I love High School Musical. And I was like, do you love it as much as me, though? And she's like, yes, I love it. What's your favorite one? And this is a very important question for all my High School Musical people, because the best movie is 3. The order goes 3, 2, 1. That's the order of the greatness of High School Musical. It's number 3 is the best one. Number 2 is the second. The first one's the worst. I'm fine if you're flipping 2 and 1. Number 2 is great. The summer vacation one is great. But the third one, it's just like an experience because it's sad, it's happy, great tunes in there. Oh my God. But she goes, how much do you love it? And I said a lot. She's like, okay, I'm going to turn on a High School Musical song and we're going to dance to it. If you know me, I'm an awkward human being, but for some reason I was feeling open this day. I was like, let's do it. And she played Work This Out from the second movie, wherever they're in the kitchen and there's a bunch of pots and pans, and then they're using the pots and pans as instruments. And so we start the song, and whenever a High School Musical song turns on, I turn into like, my brain just flips and I'm automatically in there just going crazy. So the music starts, I'm dancing. She stops the music and I'm like, hey, don't ever fuck up my flow like that again. Don't ever do that. You have to warn me if you're going to stop this song. But she stops the song and she goes, hold on. They have pots and pans in the music video. Do you have any pots and pans on you right now? I say, of course I do. I go into my kitchen, grab some pots and pans. We restart the song and I'm literally dancing in front of top executives at this network, doing pots and pans to High School Musical. And it was just a bunch of like, after that, it was a bunch of regret. I was like, I can't believe I just did that in a room full of strangers. And so I kind of just ceased conversation and like communication with them. So that's probably why I'm not on the show, because I kind of stopped talking to them. But I'll still do it if they want me to. We'll see. So thank you for sending me questions. There's a lot more, but I don't want to, flood the whole podcast with just answering questions. So thank you to those people. If you want to be a part of the next podcast, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. You can DM me questions at any time.
The You Should Know Podcast.
I think I had one of the most embarrassing college party stories of all time. So I was a freshman in college and we had these dorm parties. We were doing this consistently, like every weekend, to the point where the campus police officer at our school knew, hey, on weekends, there's going to be dorm parties inside of each room. We got to the point with the campus police where they had a bond with us. We wouldn't bother them. They don't bother us. All they did was at a specific time every weekend, they would just knock on the door to do a little wellness check. They would never come in. They would never say anything. Just a little knock, a little peek, and that's it. We were like a functioning machine. We knew, hey, at 11 o'clock, be ready to hear that knock. Make sure the music's turned down a little bit. Don't be too loud, and we won't have any problems with the campus police. Until one weekend, the school decided to change the shifts on the campus police. It got to one weekend where we were having a party. It was loud inside of the dorm rooms. There might have been a couple liquid refreshments inside of this party. Music was loud. We had no idea that there would be a change in campus police and a stranger officer was going to be checking on us this night. As we're partying, an unexpected knock comes an hour before the scheduled knock time. It wasn't a normal knock like a, hey, just checking on you. It was like the SWAT team was at our door. Everybody in the party kind of stopped. Not me. I went into a full anxiety attack in front of everybody. I got into a formation. I was like, that's not normal. That's not supposed to happen. Somebody inside of this party takes a peek out the window and is like, that's a different campus police officer. Everybody just turned down the music. Everybody in the party was on the same page of, okay, just act normal, be cool, don't do anything crazy. Not I. I decided I have to be a superhero this night. I decided for some reason to grab every single bottle inside of this party that belonged to me, that didn't belong to me. If I saw it vacant, it was mine. I scooped up every bottle in my general vicinity and grabbed them. I had 2 arms full worth of random people's drinks. I had to make a business decision at that point. I had to find somewhere to hide just in case that this new campus police officer came into our dorm room. The only logical place I could think of to hide was the bathroom. I go into a dead sprint waddle with at least 12 different bottles in my hand trying to find sanctuary from this new campus police officer. As I get to the bathroom, I'm observing my surroundings and the only place I could see to hide was the bathtub. So I kid you not, I jump straight into the bathroom, not step in there and lay down. I do a full-on jump backwards into this bathroom. It sounds like a world-class chandelier just hit the ground from one of the world's tallest buildings. As I'm laying down in that bathtub with at least 12 different bottles in my possession, I close my eyes because I'm scared. I'm like, oh no, I'm just trying to save this party. I close my eyes for sanctuary, just waiting for someone to give me the coast is clear, you can come back out, thank you for saving the party. But all of a sudden, I just see a flashlight strike my eyeballs. I'm like, oh, going to prison now. I take a small peek to see what that flash is, and all you see is the police officer that I've never seen before holding his flashlight at me, and he goes, what are you doing, son? I was just gonna tell you to turn the music down, but now you got to get rid of those bottles. I kid you not. I have to step out of this bathtub with 12 different bottles in my possession and pour each one of them out in the sink in front of the whole party for no reason, when the whole situation could have been avoided if I was just normal. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Not only to just dump people's money literally down the drain, but then have to walk through them to exit a party. I wasn't allowed into any of those dorm parties for at least 2 weeks. It was one of the most embarrassing college moments I have ever had. I gotta stop exposing my life so much on this podcast. But hey guys, thank you so much for watching season 2, episode 12 of the You Should Know podcast. I love you all. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't commented already, let's do the secret code of today. If you don't know what the secret code is, if you stay to the end of the episode, I give all the loyal listeners a secret code to use to confuse everybody else in the comments. And a lot of you have been going over to TikTok and using the secret code there. And trust me, I see you, and it's really cool to confuse everybody. So the secret code for today is gonna be WLK. We love koalas. I had let everybody else say their little secret codes, and everybody gets on me for doing the 1 out of 10 koala bear things at the end of the episode. So we're going to really just double down on the koala bears. WLK. We love koalas. In the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the You Should Know podcast. I love you so much. And remember, 1 out of 10 koala bears don't make it home to Christmas. I'll see you guys next time. That got new height. That was amazing. See you guys.